Well, what I was thinking about too was like, because you got to guard your heart. Like sometimes I do allow certain things to like penetrate my heart. Mm-hmm. Like I look at certain things and I'm like, it makes me angry.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, that's not fair.
Yeah.
Like even the thing that really makes me mad as an adult, and I was telling Trey's brother this the other day because he just turned 18. Happy birthday, Jay.
Happy birthday, bro.
I was telling him, I was like, the worst part of getting older is the fact that you realize, or your realization of the evil in this world happens. And I really don't like that part of getting older because it just sucks.
Yeah, the stuff that you don't know that you don't know.
Yeah, and then when I know, I'm like, ugh, why do I have to know that? Because that's not, I don't know. It's just, it's like, you remember how like when you were so little and you just thought, when I get older, I don't know, whatever's going to happen. And it's just going to be cookies and rainbows and, whatever. And then you get here and you're like, this is harder than I thought.
Yeah. And it's, unfortunately, it's tough because a lot of people get that same realization, except it's hard on them because right now they're growing up in times where, everybody wins and everything is, honky dory.
Yeah.
And then when real life comes, it's like, wait a minute, this is not what I was promised.
Yeah.
It's not what I was told. And
yeah. I just feel like, as a Black person, like in general, like Black woman, Black girl, like I feel like I didn't get that candy life as a kid like I know some other folks did. And now that I'm an adult, I kind of expected it to happen once I got on my own, and it just did not happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just didn't happen. What happened was, like, I realized so much as a kid just because I don't know what it was. Did my mom tell me so much more? Was I just one of those kids who knew or, was just aware? I don't know. But I knew so much as a kid. And now that I'm older, it's just like my eyes are so much more open. And I'm like, I would just like not to have known some of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have just preferred to like be so innocent and not know.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a balance that has to happen. That's why I think, some parents are, you have to be kind of protective of your younger kids because what they see or hear could alter a whole lot of stuff or take them down a whole nother road.
Well, because
that's why that guarding your heart is so important.
Yeah, because like when I know this is so simple, but like Santa Claus, I feel like that's just an example of a parent trying to protect their child's innocence. Like, do not, like, I know that they believe, I know that it's not real. Do not crush that for them.
Yeah.
Because the moment that you do, now they're on the other side of what this is. And you know what I'm saying? Not even thinking like spiritually, like about Jesus' birth and anything like that. But some kids like wholeheartedly believe in Santa Claus just because of what they seen. Not that mom and dad taught them, but I'm just saying like the awakening that happens after a child realizes that Santa Claus isn't real.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the same thing. It's like, well, why didn't anybody tell me? And what y'all been lying for?
No reason.
And like, what?
Yeah.
Then who is that? You know?
Right.
Like all the
Who's
questions
this
that
guy?
come to you and you just like why?
Yeah.
Why even lie? And those are the kind of questions that come to my mind because I'm like, why do I need to know this? And I understand, but it's just like, why was I being lied to this whole time? Why wasn't I aware? Or why am I aware?
Why was I made aware?
Yeah, why was I made aware? Why was it so important for me to know this? Like some of those things, they like creep into my mind because I'm just like, they kind of keep me down a little bit because then like I just understand so much more and it makes me skeptical. Like I walk around with a little more of like, this too good to be true. This is too good to be true. Like that's the kind of attitude I have sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, that happened. I mean, that's been my whole life, really.
Yeah.
Certain
like
things that have happened in the past happened a little too many times, and so now I don't get too excited.
Yeah,
or
that's true.
And I'll be frank. My real father, there were times where, multiple times, hey, when you come over, we're gonna go fishing. Oh, cool. I love it. Yeah. There were times where we did, but there were more times where, I wake up because we leave early in the morning, before the sun comes up, because we gotta get there. They're still on the top, you know. And I would get up extra early because, when you're excited, you can't sleep. You just fake sleep. Really, you trying to get up as soon as you can.
Okay. And
you get up and it's time to get up, and then he's still sleeping. But then you look down and there was the big 40, sitting by the couch or whatever, and then you're waiting and it never comes. And then it happens so many times. It's like okay, in order to not get hurt, let me just not get too excited. But I mean, I took it to an unhealthy, like all the way, where it didn't matter what it was.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just with him, it was with anything. So no matter what was happening, okay, cool. If we make it there, I'm happy.
Yeah.
If we don't, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And it's taken a long time to break through that. And now, to be honest, I don't know. It's just like up in the air on that point. But
yeah, but I bet that's the way that you guarded your heart.
Yeah.
Because for whatever reason, every time I had that situation happen, I was still believing.
Yeah, and
he on his way.
And the thing is, I think I didn't want to think bad things about my father, and so that was a way to keep it level for me. Like, well, you make excuses for it, like, well,
he tired.
Yeah,
he had a long day at work.
Yeah, and so that was a way for me just to stay there, like stay even and not get too excited or too angry. I was in the middle, okay, or nonchalant, as they
nonchalant is the word that we pretty much like to use for you.
Yeah,
I mean, it just happens.
Yeah.